is going to try this, and it will be a 60, let's call it 63-yard attempt. Spotted at the Bronco 47-yard line. Snap a little hot. Elam's kick. Oh, the line drive. It's got enough distance.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Red Johnson. I'm joined by my brother Ian, and we are in mourning a little bit. Your Denver Broncos are now 12-3. I haven't even looked at the loss column in 3 or 4 months. Ian, how are you feeling with this? The game ended. We weren't winners. I don't know what you call that.
Season's over.
Yeah.
No, it's not over. This is because we didn't record last week. We missed. We know, like our
yeah.
LDK faithful were wondering where we were. Busyness of the holidays. We just missed a week, and sure enough, the Broncos lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Broncos country. That one's on us. We apologize. We are gonna listen. We're gonna look ourselves in the mirror. We got to flush this one. We will be better. So
As
I
Sean
don't know.
Payton said in his post press conference, listen, we can't spit it out. We can't.
What are we got to do with it, Rhett?
We just
we can't spit it
this
out.
one. This one we just got to swallow, my guy.
Good Lord, Sean.
To be Sean Payton. Okay.
Yeah.
Ian,
anyways.
what were your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster last couple weeks for Broncos country, riding high after a very quality win against a good Packers team, and then Jacksonville comes to Denver, and we knew there were some important implications on this game, and we couldn't get the job done. Credit to Jacksonville taking us down. What was it, 34-20? I would have liked to, at the very least, kept it a little closer than that. Unfortunately, didn't happen that way. Look. Jacksonville's a really good football team. They are.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we've won 12 games and our 3 losses come against the Jaguars, who are a playoff team, the Chargers, who are a playoff team, and maybe the AFC West champs. We'll see how the last couple weeks play out. Excuse me. And then the Colts, who before Daniel Jones's injury, they were in contention for the 1 seed in the AFC. So I'm not going to panic. I feel all right. It was disappointing. I really wanted to win that one because the Jags are a good team. I also just knew, like, when Sean Payton earlier in the week had said the thing about the small market, which was, can I be honest, obviously was not meant as a slight. I think if you have a functioning brain, it was not a slight. I just knew. I was like, great, now Jacksonville, if they beat us, they're going to do this whole, like, oh, are we a small market now or whatever, and they did exactly that. But also, Rhett, can I talk about what annoys me about Liam Cohen? I'm 99% sure he doesn't listen to this podcast, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Liam Cohen did this earlier in the year. Robert Saleh, when they played the Niners, Robert Saleh said something that was intended as a compliment. I don't remember exactly what it was. And then after the game, I don't know if you remember, like, Liam confronted him, keep my name out of your mouth. And he's doing this again with the Sean Payton thing, like in the locker room afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, remember, guys, we're just a small market, which, to be fair, when you win on the road, talk your crap in the locker room afterward. By all means, make sure the other team hears, absolutely. But the Jags, they present themselves as this team that doesn't care what anyone else thinks, and they don't tune into outside noise. They very clearly do. There's a lot of please don't put it in the papers that it bothers me energy. So that was annoying. Now, all the petty emotional stuff coming from me aside, from a football standpoint, man, they stepped on the field and they were better for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
They just were. Trevor Lawrence played fantastic. I was really impressed with him, and it's nice to see him find his footing for real at the level we knew he was capable of. We had some defensive struggles. I mean, if we're being honest, we have not been the same on that side of the ball since the bye week. And there's, a lot of different reasons for that. I'm not panicking and saying, oh, well, now we have a bad defense, but there's definitely been some issues. The Jaguars took advantage of that. I thought Bo continued his trend of playing really well, which was nice to see. Um, all that is to say, Rhett, I'm fine. Like, and as we this sounds like copium, and if it is, that's fine. I'm fine with it being copium. Not the worst thing in the world to, you know, go into the playoffs not on this really really long win streak. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like that was going to snap at some point. So let's snap it now. Get our minds right, as we have a short week. So yeah, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, not great, not fun to lose. Not used to it. I found myself more angry at I'm not mad at the Broncos. I'm not mad at the Jaguars. I am mad at the Broncos fan base as a whole. Like I was uh if we had recorded last week, I'm gonna say a bunch of stuff I would have said, and it's all gonna sound really right. And you're just gonna have to trust that this is stuff I thought before the Jaguars came out and dog walked us. But just a lot of from as I'm the member of this duo that is on the internet, across the internet, widespread. I felt like we were really overlooking the Jaguars going into this game, and that
Totally.
we were treating them in the exact same way that we claimed the NFL treated us. We were all on
Mhm.
this like fraud city, like most fraudulent 10-2 team ever. They don't respect us. They think our quarterback is bad just because they have this preconceived notion of who he is, and that's not really who he is. And like, if you just watched him, and we believe in us, and we don't need. And then we did the exact same thing to the Jags, and so like there's a little bit of karmic justice. I went into this game fully expecting to lose, not because I think the Jags are better than us, but because this was the first week that we have had breathing room, and I I fully expected the human nature of it. Like this is the week we
That's
could
fair.
drop it. We have like we lost this game and nothing really changed about what we have to do. We still pretty much had to go. We're basically gonna
Sure.
have to go into Kansas City and win, and we're gonna have to beat Los Angeles at home after that. And
Yeah.
uh, that that nothing too much changed there.
Yeah.
So it felt like we had less to lose than the Jags did. They were coming in on a spot. They're being chased down by the Texans. And so just an emotional spot. This felt right. And I'm ready for us to reset and reframe. Got to figure out what's going on
Yeah.
defense. But
Yeah.
I want to say that, since we've recorded, this isn't the only game that's happened. We also have like a really wonderful prove it, plant your flag in it victory against the Green Bay Packers. And so,
Totally.
uh, Ian, the dichotomy here, we had a big win, maybe our best one of the season, followed by a loss, which is definitely a top three loss of the season. I don't know if it's our worst one, but it's not a good feeling. And so I want to ask for three categories throughout, for the sake of the thing I said: sticks, stinks, and has you stoked, because the grammar of it is tough. But I want to know, let's get the negative out of the way. Across those 2 weeks, a big win, a big loss, what did you see that really stinks in this team here? Like, what's a problem that you're like, we really got to fix that?
I would say our defensive regression, and I know that's very broad, so I'll even narrow it down a little further and say our linebacker play hasn't been awesome. Kind of lost in the excitement of number one, the Dre Greenlaw signing, but then number two, the drama of him finally returning from injury. He hasn't actually been as good as I would have hoped. Hasn't fully lived up to the billing, in my opinion, the way that I have watched him. Now, you got to understand, Dre's coming back from injury, and so maybe that's part of it. Okay, but it has seemed like the last several weeks, uh, we have these coaches who are scheming up things to exploit our linebackers in
Hmm.
coverage. In fact, right, it's gotten to a point where, and I know this could seem just like, you know, I'm feeling this way because he's the one who hasn't been on the field the last couple weeks. I feel like Justin Sternad at this point is the one I have the most confidence in
Hmm.
overall, which isn't really a place I want to be in. Not because I don't like Justin Sternad. I just, it's a group that is, I think it's made to be better than it actually is. I think
Hmm.
there are moments where our linebackers are exploited in coverage, and it's rough. Red, I'll point also some of our defensive regression. It seems like every week there are just moments where we have lapses when it comes to tackling. Against
Hmm.
the Jaguars, that happened multiple times. Okay,
Hmm.
multiple times. But you definitely saw that a lot in the Commanders game in particular as well. Just sloppy tackling, which is really disappointing because that's something that you would think this defense is better than. So I I'm not panicking about our defense as a whole from a bird's eye view. I'm not going to say we have a bad defense, but I do think that our defense has kind of stunk recently, and they need to find their groove again. And how far we can go in the postseason is going to be contingent largely on if they can do that. So that's what stinks for me.
All right. Yeah. I think that's you've landed on the correct answer. Like that's the if there's something concerning, it is the defensive performance, and it feels like to me, it feels like we've kind of consistently been more or less the same defense. I don't think we've actually gotten worse so much as um, teams have figured out what we're willing to give them, and they just take that. Like they're just sort of um, they're just now only doing the things that they kind of know that we will let them get away with or whatever conceptually. They're really like since that Washington game, it feels like they go, okay, like the linebackers are a little bit of a liability. All right, we'll do that. The quick game is where we can get them. Okay, they don't want us like teams have not tried to do a drop back play action deep passing game on us for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And whenever they try it, like it's Pat Sertan picking off Jordan Love deep. I need Vance Joseph to have a curveball. And I'm willing to even hope in or believe in the fact that there's a chance here that Vance Joseph is saying, my defense is good enough to get by throughout the regular season doing this thing, and I will not throw the changeup until the playoffs.
Yeah.
If and we will see. I think that push will come to shove if in the next 2 weeks it gets really it we find ourselves in a game where it's close. You might see Vance Joseph try to um, throw his card. Maybe that's get more aggressive and force the issue with more blitzes and really lean into this man coverage thing. I know that we've spackled in zone a little bit more, but doing stuff to help the middle of the field with the linebackers.
Yeah.
And I think it may be time to really throw a much heavier burden on our outside corners to lock everything up in the
Yeah.
you know in that game. Um for me what stinks is the ground game. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm it's not truly bad yet. I am but I am concerned since losing J.K. Dobbins that we used to have a fairly reliable run game that didn't have as many explosives as you would like. To now, the run game is you're playing the lottery a little bit. Like
I mean, your top two
you're
backs are Jaleel McLaughlin and
yeah.
RJ Harvey. So
Like
yeah, I mean,
we don't
it's been very reflective of that so far.
we don't have a body that is a handoff to them 20 times and they'll, kind of consistently get the yards. And we never went out and got one. And so I think Sean Payton is just okay with that. And we will sort of have to trust them. Like it's really tough because these conversations it all feels so doom and gloom because we lost our third game of the year. But like if you're looking for ways for teams to beat you, it feels like our offense is right now is a lot more everything or nothing than it used to be. And at least that part of it a little bit stinks. Like I'm a little bit afraid of that come playoff time. Like, can we bury a team with the run game? Can we do that consistently? But on the upper hand, what do you think? What sticks? What's something you saw in the last 2 weeks that you think is just this can be a positive or a negative or a whatever, a change, something you've seen. What do you think? What do you think that we're going to see stick for the remainder of the year as to what we saw the last 2 weeks in this win in this loss?
Well, it's not really just of this past 2 weeks, just more as a whole, but, like, really did a lot for me these last 2 weeks in particular. I would say just our offensive line is for real, like, it really holds up. I mean, all year long, by most metrics, we've been one of the best offensive lines in the league. These last couple weeks were kinda interesting for me going into them, because I wanted to see, well, how are we gonna hold up against, some of these, you know,
Mhm.
we've had a stretch run of, we had a kind of a run of not a ton of great teams, and how do they hold up? And I thought they our line has played really well the past few weeks. It feels like every team we play, the offensive line is putting together a solid performance. I wouldn't really put a lot of our rushing struggles on the offensive line. I think when you look at what they're doing, I think um, a lot of it is kind of what you attributed to, like the characteristics of the running backs that we have.
Mhm.
They've been so solid. Rhett, I was so happy to see Garrett Pro Bowls,
Mhm.
make a Pro Bowl. I know that means a lot to him, and man, how good has he been this year? I mean, wow, he's been unbelievable. I know there's going to be people being like, he had 2 penalties in a row against Jacksonville. Man, I don't care. Garrett has been amazing. Quinn Miners gets the Pro Bowl as well. Mike McGlinchey has been super solid. Wattenberg played well enough to get the Broncos to give him an extension, and then Powers is coming back, but Paucho, I think, has filled in admirably for him. So that's something that I think is going to remain true and consistent throughout the course of the season, as even as we go into the postseason. So that's why I put it as something that sticks, because I think that it's going to remain steadfast, that our line is solid, and can get the job done in terms of paving the way on the ground and protecting Bo. So,
I love that. I've lived life with a bad offensive line for many years, and now I've experienced being a fan of a team with a great offensive line. I don't know if I can go back. I think it's been a wonderful
never.
thing to to take in, to watch, and just kind of know just that push, that bully unit. For me, what I think is going to stick is I've noticed the last couple weeks, Sean Payton, he's more aggressive than what we've seen with that offense. And I think again, it's the running back conversation. Sean did not go and get a replacement, a facsimile of J.K. Dobbins when Dobbins went down. Instead, he has changed the alchemy of how the offense produces yards and points. Um, I'm not seeing him rely on the running game, and I wish we were running it more, as always, like his play sheet says, but uh I'm seeing a lot more actual, like, some downfield stuff with this passing game. um
Yeah.
and it seems like the first several weeks we were trying to get the defense to come in and get condensed and then go over the top. And now it feels like we're actually starting off attacking downfield and trying to push them back off of the line and then running out of that, which is a great adjustment if you lose a running back like J.K. Dobbins. And it feels like an adjustment to try to create more space for R.J. Harvey, where even those dump offs that they still happen with Bo, they still, we're still doing a lot of screen game, we're still doing a lot, but it feels like he's trying to get R.J. Harvey into a little bit of that space and give him this chance
Mhm.
to run, where instead with Dobbins, it was more about getting him matched up one on one with a defender outside that he can run over, and this one's more setting RJ up to be able to make the man miss. I don't know if maybe that's just me feeling the vibe of it, but certainly I feel like that's going to stick throughout. I think we're going to see
Yeah.
more aggression from the offense moving forward.
Great.
Um,
I agree.
Thanks. uh, the last thing, Ian. What from these last 2 weeks out of the pit of despair. What has you stoked? What are you excited to see moving forward?
This is fun because we haven't touched on one of the biggest things that's obvious. What has me stoked is Bo Nix, specifically Bo Nix against zone defense. Going into the Packers game, I believe um, I said something about like this is not going to be a good Bo Nix game. I said I
Mhm.
think we can win this, but I think it's not because Bo Nix is going to have a great game. I was exactly wrong. We won because Bo Nix was sensational for 4 quarters, and it's fun. Let's just enjoy the positive here. I know the Jags loss was tough for us, so let's just enjoy it. Like Bo Nix tore up the Packers. Jeff Halfley is a outstanding defensive mind. Plays a lot of zone. That's part of why I was nervous about Bo going into this game because he hasn't done awesome against it. He played phenomenal, man. His Everybody seems to agree consensus like the best game of his career. Uh, Rhett, the Troy Franklin touchdown. Uh,
Mm,
I still go back to that, man. What a sign of growth from our young quarterback. For Sean, he dials up like this scissors concept. The Packers are playing Tampa 2. You see the linebacker drop, and you see the you know the corner and the safety, and Bo like he throws to the middle of the field and he's got to layer it over that Tampa 2 backer,
mhm,
but in between those two DBs, and he really is throwing it to a spot. And it just, I almost want to say like very cavalier, but not because it's what a pro franchise quarterback does. And
mhm,
he drills it, and Troy, makes a good adjustment and brings it in. It's one of my favorite throws I've ever seen him make. Uh, and I think that excuse me. I just think it showed signs of growth for him to be able to do that. And I don't have full access to all 22, but I've seen clips shared of that
mhm,
throw from the all 22 angle. And brother, that is a heat-seeking missile. It's immensely satisfying. But then he had so many other. I mean that it doesn't seem as big of a deal, but that goal line throw to Lil Jordan Humphrey for a
mm,
score, low and
mm,
away from the defender, where only Humphrey can get it. The beautiful rainbow to Cortland Sutton in the corner of the end zone. Like he was just on another level. He was continually stepping up and making throws. There are detractors who talk about, well, he also had some turnover worthy plays. Yeah, I get that, but man, the gall of some of these throws that he was consistently making, he was hitting tight windows. You will take that trade off because let's be honest, in most games, your quarterback is going to have some turnover worthy plays that don't end up being turnovers. So that's got me excited. Rhett, as a whole, Bo Nix has just since the bye really shown us a lot of things that we were needing to see from him. Do you remember how dire things felt
mm,
for us after the first Raiders game, where we were kind of wanting somebody to talk us off a ledge a little bit, uh, just because of how much it seemed like Bo had regressed. That was maybe his worst game as a pro, was that Raiders game. You had like Colin Coward going on TV saying things like, "Yeah, there's people in Sean's camp who think he's probably going to be looking for a different quarter," like just crazy stuff. And the contrast of you know, I mean, really the Kansas City game, it's been night and day,
mhm,
and he's really played so well and made me feel confident, Rhett, that we have our franchise quarterback, which feels really, really great to be able to say.
mm.
So I'm stoked.
Yeah, God, I I remember after that Raiders game being really concerned, because we talked about like everything's fixable, it's all fixable, and then I was just like, I don't know, he's not fixing it. Why isn't he fixing it? What is it that could be going wrong? And I was taking my trash out one morning, and I remember walking towards towards the curb and thinking to myself, my God, what if this does go bad? What if he doesn't get better? What if next year we're like in the Mac Jones sweepstakes and like we can't draft a quarterback. We're gonna have too high a draft pick. Oh my god. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking, oh, Bo's gonna fail, but I was like, you could. It was like looking at the ledge. Like I was like, oh my god, if this goes bad, it's gonna be so bad. Like it ruins every like I was like, this is the window. We have the team. This year is down. If Bo's not good and not ready for it, like are we wasting our shot? Like I was I was down in the dumps and he is so much better. He just fixed his footwork. All of a sudden, he said, "I'm just done doing the doing the dance around thing." And now I he almost threw the exact same touchdown that he did against Washington against Jacksonville. He just threw it a little too hard. Like Cortland dropped it. Like the
Yeah,
same move
yeah.
up and on the side and falling over and sidearm, like exact same thing. He almost did
The
that
the
twice. Like
the rainbow touchdown to Cortland Sutton against the Jaguars, though.
just gorgeous.
You saw how Bo threw that, and you were like, "That's a man who just got done playing across from Jordan Love last week, and
Yes.
he's doing it off the back foot." You know, uh,
He-
yeah, he's feeling himself more, Rhett. He's confident. He's being smarter about when he does need to plant his feet
mhm.
and when he can do those kind of wonky off-platform, weird angle throws. And I think he's seeing the field really well. So
Yeah.
it's encouraging to see.
That touchdown against the Jags, like he had a couple, like you said, you talked about the Green Bay ones. Those were all some of those were just ridiculous. The Jags one I really liked because it was just it felt like big boy quarterback play. It
Yep.
was they dialed up a zero blitz. He recognized it. He knew where his pressure was coming. He knew he didn't have a whole lot of time. He didn't have enough time to see Cortland get open, but he knew Cortland would be there
Yeah.
and he put that ball where it was supposed like it felt a lot like revisiting the fourth down call week 1 where it was the same big, big down, money down,
Yeah.
Sean Payton's being aggressive and the call got Cortland open and Bo tried to wait to see it and
Yep.
just missed it and
Yep.
that one he hit. So that felt really good. And Bo has me stoked. I'm excited for that. I was excited to experience the Broncos letting Bo Nix down. If we're gonna, it was like, oh, wow,
Not the
yeah,
worst
hey,
thing.
our defense is really letting our quarterback down. These weapons are really letting our quarterback down today. I can't believe it. Like,
He did have a lot of drops he was dealing with against the Jags.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like in his like we're not gonna be just go and read the stat sheet or whatever, but like his passing charts for the last 2 weeks have been big boy passing charts. Those are legit.
The one
He's
against the Jags stunned me when I
Mhm.
saw it. Not because like I knew Bo was having a good game in real time, but just when you see the chart, like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's a beauty, man. That's a beauty.
Uh, so you see it. What has me stoked is is the path to the 1 seed. Is this the fact that it's my 1 point. I have 1 point, and I've had it this since the Kansas City game. I can't or since the bye week. I don't know. We did the look ahead, and I saw a mini bye and then the potential of going into a bye. We got to beat.
Okay.
We have to beat the Kansas City Chiefs on their third string quarterback in a meaningless game for the first time in their in the last whatever since 2014 or whatever. The Kansas City Chiefs are playing a meaningless division game. They're playing on Christmas. It's a night game. They're going through all the hoopla. These guys, they're missing time with their family. They can't go to the like it- I cannot I cannot imagine a worse emotional place to go try to play a football game from. That being said, sounds like a trap game to me, but um, we have to beat that Kansas City Chiefs team. We should be able to do that. If we're a serious football team, we should be able to beat them. And then we play the Chargers, who don't have their two starting or backup tackles. Like
Yeah.
it, it's at home.
Herbert's playing so good though, man.
Herbert's playing so good, but
It is
we
at
like
home. You're right.
it is at home. Our offense is leagues better than it was in week 2 and week 3. I can't remember which week it was that we played the Chargers. Um, but we should. I'm not saying we will, but in theory, we should beat the Chiefs and then we should beat the Chargers. These are games which we should beat, and if we do
And
that,
you know
we have
what?
the 1 seed. We get a bye week. All these other AFC teams that are similarly good will play really tough, like drag it out, difficult games against each other. They might all get hurt. We'll get one less week to accrue injuries. Like we are in such a good spot.
We are in
That's
a
what I'm
good
stoked
spot.
about.
We are in a
I'm
good
stoked about
spot.
that.
Take care of business on Christmas and then root really hard for the Houston Texans because I believe if they beat
Hmm.
the Chargers, then we would wrap it up. We'd wrap up the division at the very
Yes,
least,
we'd have the
uh,
division, but not the
which
one
is
seed.
great. And so then we'd need to beat the Chargers to certainly procure the one seed.
A
Uh,
Chargers team that has locked their playoff berth in, and then maybe also like lost the AFC West already. If they've lost to Houston, then
just rest your starters. Come on, Harbaugh, do it.
yeah,
Rest them. You don't.
maybe
You
they
you
should.
want O'Marion Hampton to get hurt again right before the dance? Come
Yeah,
on, come on.
they're already
Uh,
down. They're down Denzel Perryman. I don't even know if he's good or not.
I don't think he's actually good. Like that's nice that they won't have him, I guess, but I don't know there's other guys on that defense I'd be more interested. Yeah, no, Red, I agree with you. It sounds a little funny coming off of a loss, but like the path to the one seed, we're still in a good position. I mean,
Mhm,
again, I feel like we've said the statement. If you told us at the beginning of the year, like 80 times since we started this
mhm.
podcast, but if you told us at the beginning of the year we're in a position where we win our last two games and the one seed is ours, we would have taken it immediately. Uh,
Mhm.
so
I'd
yeah,
be like, I can't wait to sit down on my popcorn for with my popcorn for this colossal divisional matchup between the Broncos and the indomitable Kansas City Chiefs.
yeah, 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 yeah.
This Christmas game, man, the NFL couldn't have picked a better one. Um, yeah, that's
Yep. Are we rolling into that game now? Is that kind of
yeah.
the natural transition?
Let's talk about
Yeah.
Christmas with the old cranks, the ghost of dynasties past.
Yeah. This is an interesting one, Rhett. Like after we beat the Chiefs the first time, uh, we were obviously very excited about that. But my mindset was like, it's good that we beat them because we're not going to win the game in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Um, and then after a couple weeks after that, like we're talking before Mahomes' injury, which obviously we hope that he's able to recover and everything like that. Uh, Even before that happened, like after a couple games, I was like, actually, I think we might beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Like I think we might go in and beat them. Like I think we might sweep them this year. And now, obviously, unfortunately, you don't like seeing it, regardless of whether it's a division rival or not. Mahomes goes down, and then the very next week, old Gardner Minshew goes down, tears his ACL. Chris Olokadun, Olakodun,
Chris Oladokun. Uh,
Oladokun,
yes, I
is
know that because I'm a fan of the musical artist Joy Oladokun, and I don't know
okay.
if they have any relation, but I've never seen that last name anywhere else. So
Well, they probably do. Yeah, I look. uh, I don't know why that, I don't know why that was so funny. Uh,
South
shout
Dakota
out
State
Joy
University is very
Oletodun.
yeah.
Um, I don't know anything about Chris Oletokun other than he's related to a famous theater person. Um,
No, like she's a singer songwriter, man.
oh,
She's just
okay, okay, whatever. Uh, um, we need to. Can we get Joy Aledo Kun on the podcast next week?
can we?
That
I'll reach
actually
out.
would be sick.
Joy, are
Actually,
you related to Chris? And would you like to talk?
yeah, sure. Why the heck not? That'd be funny. Well, yeah. So I think like what we're doing right now kind of actually describes what the situation was with the Chiefs. Like we're here joking about stuff that's not related because, to be honest, with all due respect to Kansas City, yeah, well, I mean, I don't think Chiefs fans expect that they're going to win this game, and I don't want to sound
Hmm.
overly confident because, again, it's the NFL. But I mean, they rested a lot of guys this past week, and this week they're going to be going in with their third string quarterback. Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's okay for us to just assume we're going to win this game. I
I,
know it's
I
a short week and it's on a Thursday and all that, and it's on the road, but like, come on, right?
I would like to take a moment and recognize that I shamed all of Broncos country and media for overlooking the Jaguars last week. And I want you to know that I'm going to cannonball into overlooking the Chiefs this week. Uh, I will, if you want journalistic integrity and consistency from me, you will not find it. Uh, we should I would say don't even practice this week. Spend time with your family. Show up on Sunday. We'll figure it out. Just do it.
We're gonna overlook it so much that if by some way the Chiefs win, you and I aren't gonna know it. We're just gonna like
We're gonna walk in
we're
assuming we're like, all right,
I'm
took care of business against the
I'm not
Chiefs.
even I'm not even checking the box scores after the game, no matter what. I'm just gonna assume in my head, regardless of what happens, it'll be like, yeah, Bo had a cool 5 touchdowns on the
We're doing a
day.
Babe Ruth with this one. We're
3
just
passing, 2 rushing, man. It was great, you know. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know, Red. I don't know how to be serious about this. Um, I yeah, I think we're gonna win. I think it should be fine. Obviously, you
Mhm,
never overlook your opponent. So, of course, as we joke, obviously we hope that the Broncos are taking this game seriously because it is crucial for us. As silly as that
mhm,
sounds, given where the Chiefs are at right now this year as a football team, this is important for us because we need to win this game to increase our chances of that 1 seed winning the AFC West. So it is important, but I mean, that being said, Red, it kind of reminds me of last year, which opposite circumstances, the Chiefs had already locked up. Um, did they get the 1 seed, or
yeah, they had locked up
they had locked up
the
their seeding, whatever it was, and so they rested their starters against us,
I
and
think
we
I think they'd locked up the 2 seed, and so
okay, maybe
they
that's it.
they couldn't go up or down, so they wanted to take a week and rest because they weren't getting the week off, I think is what was going on. I could be
Okay,
wrong.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Um, you
Man.
know,
Oh, this is all prep we could have done.
we obviously, we that's okay.
This segment, listen,
This
this
is
segment, we are insufferable to anyone who's not a Broncos fan right now. Thank goodness we are not gonna like. I hope no one from Chiefs Kingdom rolls up on this. If anyone we know from
nobody.
college that's a Chiefs fan, man, this this could be this could be some real uh bulletin board material for Nick Vaca. If he
Yeah, shout out Nick Vaca, good
shout
guy,
out Nick Vaca, friend of the
uh,
pod, unknowingly.
friend of the pod. Uh, yeah, I like how like we went to school in Missouri, and like there's one name we could think of. For, obviously, there were plenty of people who were Chiefs fans at the school that we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I feel comfortable saying we're gonna win this game. I think it'll be pretty easy. Um, I don't know if Sean's gonna be like we're this is a prime like the whole nation is watching us on Christmas. We're throttling these guys, or if it's just more of a let's just make sure we win this obvious game that we need to win and should be able to win.
If
Kind of like what we did with the Raiders in our second meeting, kind of just like,
hmm
hey, let's, control the game from the start. I don't know. We'll see. I This feels like we're not good at doing this game the service it deserves, and that's just kind of how it's going to be.
I
you
I
know.
do I do fear that Sean Payton is going to try to do the former, is trying to like embarrass them,
Yeah.
blow them out because like it's some sort of personal with him. Uh and they're like this is one of those games that like this could go so wrong.
Yeah.
It
Sure. Sure.
I can see the version of this game where we like the offense doesn't get out of its own way. We have maybe a turnover or two to start the game. The defense is like bending and bending and bending and bending and bending and bending and bending. And it's halfway through the third quarter and the Chiefs are up 12-9 and we are losing our collective minds. You know, this game almost feels guaranteed now to definitely go to overtime on Christmas, the late game on Christmas, make us stay up late. Like,
Is this the
you
late
know,
game on Christmas?
I think it is. Is it?
I don't
Let's do
want it to
some.
be, man. I wish, you know what? I wish I could wake up on Christmas morning and have this game start so I can
Yeah.
get it over with and I can enjoy my Christmas with my family.
Yeah. 8:15 p.m.
Oh my
Eastern
gosh.
time. Eastern time. So 7:15 for you, but
That means
I
that that means that I am either going to, after the game, immediately go to bed having to wrestle with we lost to this Chiefs team or we only barely beat this Chiefs team.
I've got a 14-hour drive the day after Christmas,
Oh my gosh.
driving to Cincinnati, uh,
Mm,
and and yeah, it's gonna be rough. This game being no. Here's what I'll say is the defense obviously doesn't have its Hall of Fame quarterback with an ACL. The Chiefs could muck this up on the defense. This could be a lower scoring game. I cannot fathom how a Chiefs offense with Patrick Mahomes that was having issues with Patrick Mahomes being explosive and generating points consistently with Patrick Mahomes is going to walk in with uh, Chris Oladokun, who maybe could be pretty good, is
yeah.
not Patrick Mahomes.
No.
I don't see how they do it. I cannot fathom the emotional depths that these gentlemen are all in right now. I wouldn't want to play football if I were a Chiefs player. And maybe I'm weak. I probably am weak. I didn't go to the NFL. I stopped playing football after seventh grade. So I'm clearly not, I don't have the dog in me to do it. So they probably have more of a dog in them than I do. But if I were them, I would not, like, I could not
Just
find
don't
100%.
just don't do it. Just don't even
Yeah,
play.
I won't. I'll let them
Just
know.
don't.
I'm not playing for Kansas City. I've decided.
You're not the moving over to Kansas that was the line
Yeah,
in the sand for you.
I
You
cannot,
said
I cannot do it.
I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can live with myself.
Andy
Uh,
Reid, don't call me.
that ship has sailed.
lose my number, a dog.
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, Rhett, I think we'll win this game 28-10, I guess, is what I'll go with.
28-10. Okay.
Uh, yeah.
I'm I'm gonna say I'm gonna say uh it never ends up being this. I'm gonna say 17-3.
Okay. Yeah.
Like just a disappoint. I don't think the papers are gonna be excited about this. But I
Yeah,
don't
those
yeah.
papers.
The papers. I was this game isn't gonna do numbers on print.
My team beats one of its biggest rivals on Christmas, further increasing its chances of winning the one seed. And all I can think about is I hope the papers thought this game was entertaining.
There's a man
I'm like,
wearing
I'm running out.
suspenders.
I'm running out to my porch or my bathroom as soon as the paper hits my porch, ripping it open.
Did they like it?
What-
There's a man in suspenders smoking a cigar somewhere that's just like, this Broncos team, they only put up 17 points. I can't believe it.
Oh man,
Where's an
funny.
intern? I need to yell at someone. The Broncos did bad.
Man,
Um,
I love it.
yeah, hopefully Print will love the game, but I just don't I don't think this is gonna be a game for Print.
Shout out to the print industry.
Yeah, shout out. If you haven't watched it, Ian, on the new the NBC Peacock series, The Paper. Very good.
I have seen the first few episodes, and Bethany and I we are like we're like the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade of this, where we start a show and we think we really like this, and then we never watch it again. We watch like the first 2 or 3 episodes, and we're like, oh, this is actually way better than I thought. Oh, like the two lead characters here clearly have a romantic chemistry. This is great, and we just have literally weeks since we've even thought about watching it.
You
So
dialed up Greg Daniels himself. He said, "Greg, I'm not watching this.
I
I can't
did.
do it.
I did. I said, put it in the papers, Greg.
It's not. It's not you. It's me."
uh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You said 28-10. I said 17-3. Uh, we will see.
We'll
We will see.
see.
We both picked the Green Bay game, right? We knew
We
that was a
did.
win going in.
We did. I really wanted to backpedal. and I'm glad I didn't.
And
We stood on business.
we did, and you can honor system. I would have chosen that. I would have predicted a loss for sure last week. So we'll just chalk that one up as well. Just count it.
Yeah, I probably would have made myself stand on business with that one too. Because remember when we were like looking at the last 4 games or the last 5 games, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, Red, I think we win out. Like I was like, yeah, we're winning that one. Yeah, we're winning that one. Yeah, we're winning that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have been wrong.
Yeah.
So
No, I definitely to make sure to address it 100%. I thought we were going to win this game, but whatever. We're going to win the next 2, and then the next 3 after that, and win the Super Bowl. So who
Mark,
cares?
the Broncos will never lose another game.
Market.
Just
Never.
put it down.
It's a possibility. It's on the board.
Before we wrap up, a couple things. Number one,
Mhm.
more importantly, want to give a shout out to our guys that made the Pro Bowl.
Hey.
Cortland Sutton, Quinn Miners, Garrett Bowles, Pat Surtain,
Right.
Benito, Zach Allen, all very deserving. Really happy to see Court make
Mhm.
it. I think that's his second Pro Bowl. I think for Miners and Bowles, it's their first. Maybe Benito first. Did he make it last year? I can't remember. Well, Zach Allen's first actually too, right?
Yeah, Zach Allen.
Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah.
people understand. This was a
They
good.
finally get it.
Our crew of guys. We had some really like you have to know ball guys. Some
Well, I got to get a takeoff.
all
Fan
sickos
voting.
team.
Fan voting should not be allowed in Pro Bowl voting. That's absurd. And I know,
I agree.
Pro Bowl isn't as important as All Pro, but like ban fan voting. This is ridiculous. People
Yeah.
should not be voting for.
I also don't want players voting for anything. Players don't care.
You're right. Actually, that is so true. The NFL players voted Bo Nix as the 64th best player in the NFL last year after his rookie year. Which, like, don't get me wrong, he's improving and he's climbing, but like at that time, I feel like that was nonsense.
Listen, take the keys away.
The second thing I wanted to say before we wrap up, since we have become much more comfortable with the reality that nobody listens to these, is I want to take a moment to point out and call out the DMVR Broncos podcast for just the clown show of an episode they had where they were talking about the Jags. Obviously, I know like RK, his stuff they really got a hold of, which I mean, it was a very stupid thing to say. It's fine that he had that take. It's just a very stupid take to have, where he talked about like I can't picture the Jags being good. Like I would like something about like if they were wearing the Ravens jerseys or something like that. It's like RK, I feel like you and I are pretty close in age. You've seen good Jags teams in your lifetime multiple times. What is this nonsense?
Fred Taylor, my guy.
Jimmy Smith. Tony Baselli.
Mark Brunell? Question mark?
Jimmy Smith unironically was a baller. Mark Brunell was good.
Byron Leftwich. Dog.
Donovan Darius. Rasheen Mathis, brother. There's a name. That dude was nice. He was nice with it. Okay.
What was their pair of defensive tackles that they had?
Yeah. So it was Big John Henderson and Marcus Stroud.
Oh,
John Henderson was the guy who had him. He's like, come on, that ain't enough.
He's like,
that was awesome.
Nowadays we're wearing the Guardian caps, and like 15 years ago, it's like the only thing I can do to get ready to play this violent sport is to have the trainer slap me as hard as he can, and then I will slam my head into my helmet, and then I'm ready to go.
I want to get the concussion pregame. Just get it out of the way. Man. Jags. David Garrard, still one of the coolest quarterbacks from our childhood growing up. In my
David Garrard was so good.
So cool.
The Jags were the team in Madden 06 when we had to play each other. We would agree never to play as the Broncos because that wasn't fair, and you would play as the Tennessee Titans. Yeah. And for a while, I would play back and forth between the Panthers and the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm a big cat guy. I guess that was my thing.
That must be it.
Hit me up, Southeastern United States.
Yeah, back to DMVR. So that was embarrassing for RK to say that as an adult male on like a live podcast. And then Zach Stevens did this thing where he brought up like the box score for Trevor Lawrence for like his last 5 games, and was like, so he did this, and that's fine. And then he went for this, and that's fine too. I mean, it's okay. And that's just a really embarrassing that like a media outlet in Denver as prominent as theirs was doing that, because it's like you're reading a box score. If Bo Nix had some of those box scores you read, you would be doing a live pod talking about how exciting the game was from him and everything. Just a really
It
bad job by them.
it felt like a few weeks ago after the Texans game when I was like, is this secretly an offensive real explosion? If you look, the Broncos compared to how well everyone else is scoring against the Texans, and I brought up the numbers and was like, actually no, we scored less than everybody. Like, actually no, my point is in reading the numbers, I read them wrong, and now we're live on the internet and I'm wrong. It felt really
Yep.
like that. Like it was like did you think the numbers were different, and then you started reading them and you heard them out loud and you went, no, those aren't actually all that bad. Those are good.
Yeah. Yep. Just a really bad job by them.
Mhm.
I wanted to call them out on it. Obviously, they're never going to hear it. So,
Fight us.
fight us.
T- Why
I
don't
call
you?
Zach.
No. Dude. Is that
I,
this
I
is
would
gonna be how
I would fold his bones like pipe cleaners.
our
Okay.
clickbait strategy for engagement and getting our names into the ring. We're gonna set up a rivalry.
We're
we're
gonna
gonna we're gonna ask for a tag team fight.
we're gonna be belligerent towards Denver media. You're next, Mike Kliss.
Get ready. Ryan
Albright.
Edwards, I swear to God.
Albright
Coming
might
for you.
block you. Okay, this is your warning. I don't know if he still does that. But
I think he
anyways,
does. I think he does. He hasn't blocked me yet. I'm very nice on Twitter, so I don't
that's
I don't
good.
ever do the Twitter fingers thing. All right. Well, well, listen, this is a good test. If anyone's listening, we'll see. We poked the bear a bit.
We're about to find out. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
can't
That's
wait.
right. That's right. All right. Well, if you have made it through 52 minutes of this pod, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Even if
ridiculous.
even if you are RK or Zach Stevens, thanks for listening. We
Thanks,
appreciate it.
guys.
Yeah.
I still respect what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously you guys have a bigger voice than we do, so good job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that being said, listening to all of this,
That being said, hey,
egregious waste of time.
do better. LeBron meme. Walk
That
off.
that's another. If the DMVR guys are listening to this, that's just
Do
another
better.
mark against them. So
Yeah. What are you doing? Do something better. All right. Well, everyone here, we love you all, and we hope the best. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and possibly a Happy New Year. I don't know if we're going to pod again in 2025. We'll see. Our schedule's ridiculous, but we have to pod so that the Broncos win. So we'll see. We love you, and here at Long Distance Kicks, it's always good, except for whenever I forget that I can add the outro theme.
yeah, why
here.
do you keep doing that, man? Come
I
on.
keep doing it. I
God.
keep doing it. We go again. Yeah. Good night,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, everybody.